Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Muhammad Ibrahim, lecturer in chemistry, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Dear students, hope that you are fine. I am also fine by the grace of Allah. Welcome to everybody to our online classes. Today we will discuss chemistry chapter 6. I have written chemical equation. All of you take the classwork copy and write it down in your classwork copy. Whatever I am telling you must note it down. Okay, so I have written what is chemical equation. The short expression of a chemical reaction by using symbols, formula and sign is called chemical equation. Okay, everybody see the example I have written. If calcium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid to produce calcium chloride, carbon dioxide and water. In the bracket, the condition of the compound is given. It is solid, so it is written S. It is aqueous solution, so it is written AQ. It is also aqueous solution, calcium chloride. It is gaseous state, so it is written G. It is liquid state, so it is written water. So now I have written another one. If magnesium nitrate is heated, then it produces magnesium oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. So in the reaction, the left side, these are reactants, and in the reaction, the right sides, these are products. So here calcium carbonate and hydrochloric acid are reactants, calcium chloride, carbon dioxide, water are products. So reactants are written in the left side and the products are written to the right side. So in this reaction, what is reactant? Magnesium nitrate is reactant. Then magnesium oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen are product. So if we balance the equation, then you can give equal sign or arrow sign also can be given. Okay, so you can write many examples like this. Then I will give how to balance the chemical equation. Dear students, okay, today's second point is balancing chemical equation. So first of all, I have given what is chemical equation and I have given two example also. And now how to balance the chemical equation. So all of you see that number 1 I have written magnesium react with hydrochloric acid to produce magnesium chloride and hydrogen. Okay, now in this reaction, here the valency of magnesium is 2, so it is MgCl2. Chlorine number of atoms of chlorine is 2, but here chlorine is 1. So if we balance chlorine, then I have to write here 2. Now here hydrogen also 2, but here hydrogen is 1. So now if I give here 2 hydrochloric acid, then the number of atoms in the left side and the number of atoms in the right side equal. Now instead of arrow sign, I can write equal sign because the reaction is balanced. So after balancing the reaction, if we count the number of atoms in the reactant and the number of atoms in the products will be equal. Then instead of arrow sign, we can write equal sign. Okay, now number 2. Sodium chloride react with hydrochloric acid to produce sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Okay, now we have to balance the reaction. Here everybody see that Na2CO3, CO3 it is the radical carbonate, valency is 2, and it is sodium, it is metal, valency is 1. So this 2 is the valency of carbonate. That means the number of atoms sodium is 2, but in that side number of atoms sodium is 1. So we have to make it equal. So how? So if I give here 2, then the number of sodium will be equal. Now here the chlorine will be 2, but in the left side chlorine is 1. So if I write here 2 hydrochloric acid, now chlorine also balanced. Then in water hydrogen is 2. Now in the number of atoms in the reactant and number of atoms in the products are equal. So instead of arrow sign, now we can write equal sign. So number 3, equation number 3, it is aluminum oxide reacts with hydrochloric acid to produce aluminum chloride and water. Aluminum oxide, the valency of aluminum is 3, the valency of oxygen is 2. So here also the valency of aluminum is 3, valency of chlorine is 1. Now we have to balance the equation. How? We see that here the number of atoms aluminum it is 2, but in aluminum chloride the number of atoms it is 1. So to make it equal I have to write 2 here. So now aluminum is 2, but chlorine it is now number of chlorine is 6. So in the left side chlorine is 1. So to make it equal I have to write 6. Now hydrogen, 6 hydrogen is there. In the right side it is 2 hydrogen. So to make it equal I have to write here 3. Now hydrogen is 6, aluminum is 6, that's why it will be 6 hydrochloric acid. So now the equation is balanced, so we can write instead of arrow, now it is equal. So the number of atoms in the left side or reactants and the number of atoms in the products are equal. This way you have to balance the equation. If you know the system, then you can balance all types of reaction. Dear students, today our next topic is stoichiometry. Stoichiometry. So what is stoichiometry? First of all, the branch of chemistry that deals with measurements of products from amount of reactants and measurements of reactants from amount of products is called stoichiometry. So first of all I have written the definition. Now I will do a math of stoichiometry. Everybody write the question. How much oxygen is necessary for 5 gram magnesium to react and produce magnesium oxide completely? So first of all we have to write the reaction. Magnesium and oxygen react together to produce magnesium oxide. Here 2 magnesium it is 48 gram, oxygen it is 32 gram, and 2 magnesium oxide it is 80 gram. So now our stoichiometry is amounts of products and reactants. Okay, now 48 gram magnesium reacts with 32 gram oxygen. Therefore 1 gram magnesium reacts with 32 by 48. Therefore 5 gram magnesium reacts with Now by using calculator you can see it will be 3.33 gram oxygen. Okay, dear students, our next topic is limiting reactant. The reactant that finished itself during the reaction is called limiting reactant. Now, limiting reactant, I have given the definition. The reactant that finished itself during the reaction is called limiting reactant. Now, there is a maths of limiting reactant. 10 gram sodium hydroxide and 10 gram hydrochloric acid are mixed to prepare a solution. Which one is limiting reactant among sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid? First of all, to find out the limiting reactant, we have to write the reaction. All of you see the board and write it. Sodium hydroxide react with hydrochloric acid to produce sodium chloride and water. Okay, now we will work with the reactant. So, sodium hydroxide, it is needed 40 gram. Hydrochloric acid, it is needed 36.5 gram. I think everybody know the atomic mass of sodium is 23, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. So, if we add, it will be 40. Then hydrogen is 1 and chlorine is 35.5, then it is 36.5. Okay, now 40 gram sodium hydroxide reacts with 36.5 gram hydrochloric acid. Therefore, 1 gram sodium hydroxide, then 10 gram. So, for 10 gram sodium hydroxide, it is needed 9.125 hydrochloric acid. But in the stem, hydrochloric acid is given 10 gram. So, hydrochloric acid will be remaining. Remaining hydrochloric acid. So, hydrochloric acid is given 10 gram in the reaction, but it is needed 9.125 gram. So, now what is remaining? 0.875 gram. Now, again 36.5 gram hydrochloric acid reacts with 40 gram sodium hydroxide. Therefore, 1 gram hydrochloric acid, therefore 10 gram, because 10 gram is given in the solution. So, it is 10.95 gram sodium hydroxide is needed, but in the reaction it is given 10 gram. So, now it is 10 gram is finished, then 0.95 also more sodium hydroxide is needed. So, in the limiting reactant definition, I told the reactant that finished itself during the reaction is called limiting reactant. Now, sodium hydroxide is finished in the reaction, therefore, sodium hydroxide is the limiting reactant. Now, homework. Today, I have discussed first topics, it was chemical equation, then rules of writing chemical equation. Then second topics was balancing chemical equations, then stoichiometry, then limiting reactant. Okay, now I have given homework. First one is what is chemical equation? What are the rules of writing chemical equation? Then second one I have given, describe the process of balancing equations. There are 5 process rules, you write it in homework copy. Then from the previous lesson I have given a question. In the previous class I discussed what are the differences between empirical formula and molecular formula. I have shown the mathematical problems also. So today the lesson I have discussed, the classwork I have given. All the students, you must write it in your classwork copy by seeing the lecture by seeing the video. You see the video attentively, then write one by one. Then on the basis of the classwork, I have given homework. You must do the homework and submit it to your subject teacher. Okay, thank you everybody.